It's always difficult, isn't it, when ex-royal workers, royal aides spill the beans. We've seen so many books, haven't we, over the years, and I don't know about you, but I find most of them quite tedious because when you think about it, I find it insulting. You know, they've been given a wonderful position, a position of authority, and of course confidence serving the British monarchy. It should be enough, but it never seemingly is enough. We've seen endless books from people like former press officers who've basically said, you know, tour of duty, this is what happened. Clearly no great story, and hence the reason why many have not received commendation from the royal family. It's really bad form to speak out. None bigger, of course, many people might suggest, was the former royal butler, Paul Burrell, the self-alleged rock to the late Princess Diana. Now, Paul's made a substantial career out of selling the brand of Diana on everything from TV, books, digital platforms, chat shows, you name it, a micro-celebrity, even though, of course, he brought the British monarchy into disrepute and including, of course, the Queen's name in the High Court. Incredible when you think about it. Simply no shame. Paul, though, of course, has now popped up once again on a revitalised I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, set in South Africa. This particular episode claims to be all stars. I use that term loosely because, you know, they're the likes of Fatima Whitbread, a true Olympic hero, to the likes of the number cruncher and funeral seller, Carol Vorderman, this time free from tight clothing and posing on Instagram. So you get the level of celebrity that there is. Now, Paul, you see, was apparently rather upset because there was a WhatsApp group put together after the show. It was filmed last year. And in it, he didn't like what he read about himself. You get the picture. But of course, Paul can't resist, as all ex-royal aides can't, in dropping other people in it. And this has now escalated into something of a row. One of the contestants, Georgina Toffolo, otherwise known as Toff, you see, was a little angry about being delayed from returning from South Africa back here to the United Kingdom. So Paul, in his tell-all for quite a bit of money to a tabloid newspaper, let slip that he believed Toff took a private jet because she was so fed up of waiting around. Now you see, just that line, took a private jet. These are the clutch of celebrities, time and time again, that tell us all about climate change and how we've got to save the planet and save the world and do our very best. Of course, behind the scenes, not literally practicing what they preach. But the highlight of this particular story, as I say, is that there is Mr. Burrell, you know, the paragon of virtue. He's sharing everything on Instagram and social media about his terrible recent health scare, but nonetheless, no doubt dropping a former campmate in it. This, as you can imagine, has lighted social media and more importantly, once again, shone a light on the so-called celebrities that tell us, well, you know, climate change is real and we should do something about it. As for Mr. Burrell, once again, he will be waiting for the phone to call and making sure that somehow, somewhere, he can capitalise on his rather, well, shall we say, tenuous experience of working for the late and beautiful Princess Diana. As one very close friend to Princess Diana told me, it would be interesting to see if, of course, she had have remained friends with him had she lived. Interesting thought indeed. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.